All right, this next stitch that we're gonna do is called the saddle stitch. And basically it's the same stitch that we did here, the running stitch, but when you get to the end here, you're gonna come on back and thread the needle and the thread through, through the holes this way. You're gonna basically be covering up these little blank areas. So I will show you. So let's go ahead and do that here. We'll make the marks again with the saddle stitch. We want to stay close to the edge as well. All right, we're going to make the holes. Let's see if I can do this to where you can see me. And you know what? Sorry, I forgot to just kind of secure these. I like these little alligator clips too. That kind of makes sure they're all nice and together. All right, I'm gonna scoot this down as I go. Just bring it around the corner here. All right, we're almost there. Just make sure we're doing all right. Okay. So now for the saddle stitch, what we want to do is measure 4 times 4. I would say 4 is going to be good enough. So there's 1. Now here's another way to do it. 2, 3, 4. Or I can go ahead and go like this. 1, and just pick it up and pinch it right there. Turn it and do 2. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. There's 3. And 4. So I've got 4 lengths of where I'm stitching. All right. Now this stitch, we do not want to tie a knot and hide the knot in between like we did with the other one. What we want to do after we've threaded the needle, or got it all ready, we are going to come in this way, and we are gonna, it's gonna be hard because we're working with an enclosed place right here, but let's start as we kind of open up the 2 pieces. We're gonna feed it in. It doesn't matter which side. Oh, actually, let's do, sorry. Yeah, let's do that. All right, we're gonna do that, but we're gonna leave a tail. What I mean by a tail is like maybe 2 inches, 1.5 to 2 inches on the inside, and we're just gonna leave that because we're gonna come back and tie this tail and this tail together. I'll show you what I mean. So I'm going to just kind of ignore this piece, and I'm going to put it just in between the pieces. All right, so remember the saddle, or the saddle is the same as the running. Basically, we're just going to this time go down and back. So again, we're going to, the same side that it comes out of is the same side we're going to go in. And let's go ahead and do that security backup knot where we go in the top one more time. All right, we're gonna go in here and then we'll go ahead and start rolling. All right, same side we came out of is the same side we want to go in. All right. And we don't want to snug it too tight or it'll do this. We can really wrinkle it up and we don't want to do that. We want to kind of lay it flat. All right, we are going to, I'm going to go a few more and then I'm going to pretend that I'm at the end. All right, so let's pretend I'm at the end here. So basically I want to turn around and go this way. So same side that it comes out of is the same side I want to go in. And I'm going to share this hole. I've already been through this hole, so it might be a little bit more challenging to stick the needle in. And let's go ahead and do that backup or security loop here. We're going to go through here one more time, pretending that this is the very end, the corner. Let's go in it one more time. And then we'll head back this way. Sorry, we're sharing that hole with several pieces of lace. All right, so here we go. We got that back up, real backed up. All right, here's what we're gonna do is we're gonna cover this blank space by going in the very next hole. So it's the same exact thing you just did, right? Same side it comes out of is the same side you wanna go in. Flip it, same side it came out of is the same side you wanna go in. Show you what we do when we get to the very end here. This is a modified saddle stitch, really. All right, we're almost there. And if you're wondering kind of why you would use the saddle versus the running, the saddle is just going to be a little more secure. I suppose they used to use it on saddles. All right, so we are here and we can go through, let's see, we're going to go through and make one more pass. Okay, so we're at the very end. What we're going to do now is come back down through the second hole and in between the pieces. So now I'm going to take these off. All right, so I'm going to come in to the second hole and it's going to be a little awkward to come in between the pieces. All right, so if I can open up my two pieces, find my needle, pull it, wiggle, jiggle it, there we go. Again, I've got a lot of excess because I didn't go all the way down to the end just for purposes of time. So now, if you're able to open that up, which you might not be able to because you're gonna have that secured and that secured, but do the best you can. And what we're gonna do is tie a knot with these two pieces, a double knot, I would say, or a triple knot. And just kind of give it a tug there so it goes all the way down. if you were at home and you had access to a lighter or a match, what I would do is when I cut this off, and you can do this when you take your projects home, what I would do is cut it here. And I wouldn't do this, I would leave right now, before you get home, maybe this much, you know, hanging there. This is going to be on the inside of your project. And then when you get home, you can cut them shorter and then burn these edges. I like to hold them kind of out like that. Bring my lighter here and then just the flame, have the flame heat these up and it'll melt them. They can catch on fire, so just be careful, and then it just kind of secures the knot. All right, that's it for the saddle stitch. Looks something like this. Not super pretty. We've got more of the decorative stitches coming up. So, all right.